For some of you who are new, you probably might not know Karen, but I'm going to bring you into who Karen is. She's been my teacher for Airbnb. Yes, for Airbnb. I had a teacher, yes. And over and above that, I've been learning quite a lot. But before we go into today's conversations, 2019 was the day that I came to class with Karen. Welcome, Karen. How are you?
It's great to see you all these years later.
Yes.
And what you have done with property and specifically how you brought Airbnb into it.
Right.
And it's been an interesting few years. It's been very exciting for me too.
Amazing stuff. Today we're going to talk about, as you have seen already, the title does say 10 things I wish I knew. And I thought of who's the best person to actually bring us this conversation, none other than the guru herself, my teacher. So Karen, let's jump on into these 10 things. If you had to restart Airbnb, today it's new. By the way, how old is Airbnb?
Airbnb has been going since around 2008, 2005, 2008. And they only really started in South Africa around 2015.
Right. Like I'm always sharing with you guys to say that as we grow older, there will always to be new things that will come up, and if you jump on it, you could be able to make some moolah, but only if you learn how to do it. I saw a news article recently that said in South Africa, at average, a host is banking between 30 to 40,000. And I was like, oh. But as you know, I do not do Airbnb full time. I fuse Airbnb together with student accommodation. So all the properties that I've got in the coastal side, I do student accommodation during the year, and then bingo on the other side of the holidays, that's when I do Airbnb. The difference with me and Karen, she does this, I want to say almost full time, but don't go away, because at the end of what we're going to be talking about, there's another video that we're going to be doing where she's going to be talking about what else she's doing. So stay tuned in. So Karen, what are the top 10 things that one can do? Let's just go through them one by one. If you were to start again, what is it that you would start doing today?
Well, it's very much, as you say, if I had to start again today, but these 10 things come from the research that I have done amongst my own clients who attend my workshops.
Right.
And I ask them when I interview them, what is it that you wish you had learned sooner? And there are basically 10 things that I come across all the time. And the first one that every single person that I interview will say to me is, my advice to a newbie who just gets started now is just get started.
Right.
Because you are ready so much sooner than what you think.
Yes.
And I always say start with what you have and start with a room in your house.
Right.
And I'll take my own mother for example. It really took me years to convince my own mother to Airbnb the rooms in the house. The kids have left home, empty nest, only her and my father living in the house. But she always said, no, we first have to paint. No, we first have to do new linen. No, I want to redo the bathroom.
Right.
And I said, but Mom, we've stayed in the house. Friends have stayed there. Family have stayed there.
Right.
You've got hot water. You've got a flush loo. It's good enough for us and for your friends and your family, so therefore it should be good enough for an Airbnb guest. But and she's not the only one, all of us.
Yeah.
We just want everything to be perfect, and we want all the planets to align first before we hit that button to say publish. And in that time that you hesitate, you lose out on really good money that you can make on Airbnb.
Right.
Every day that you delay is a day that you're losing out on a fantastic journey in realizing the dreams and accumulating the cash to do with what you want, pay the kids' school fees, go on holidays, pay off your bond, whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
So the number one thing is just get started. Don't wait for the planets to align.
Yeah.
You will be fine.
I think that takes me into the days when I started doing YouTube. I think my business coach at the time for YouTube said to me, just start. And I said, I don't have a camera. He says, what camera? What do you need a camera for? Don't you have a phone? I said, yeah, I do. Don't you take videos on your phone? I'm like, yeah, I do. But are they good for YouTube? And eventually I just started. And my friends, here we are. You are enjoying it here. So just like Airbnb, just start. What's the next one?
So the next one is about putting your place in the best possible light. If you are going to be advertising your space on Airbnb, you need to make sure that your photos are really high quality, because a picture speaks 1,000 words. And when you put pictures up on Airbnb of your listing, they need to attract high value clients.
Right.
And if your photos are of substandard, people are going to scroll past and their attention is going to be grabbed by the next one who's got really brilliant photos. So photos are super important. You will make so much more money on Airbnb if you have professional photography done, as opposed to, and yes, our cell phones take amazing photos these days,
Yeah.
really good quality, and you can get started like that.
Right.
But at some stage, when you switch over to professional photography, you will see that you get so many more bookings.
So basically you're saying, hey, if you actually don't know any photographer in your neighborhood, which is a little bit weird because when everybody is trying to get married, they do find professional photographers. But now this is time now to make money. We can't find them. It's okay. You can use your phone, right? But you are missing out on the big buck.
Yes, definitely.
Right? And within that, once, like, I think just go on Airbnb yourself. Have a look at what the competition you are facing around, right? But let it not hold you back. You can find the right photographer to do the right je ne sais quoi for you. Irrespective of where you are, irrespective of what your place looks like, they will come out great.
And there are properties for sale everywhere.
Right.
And where there are properties for sale, there's an estate agent.
Yeah.
Where there's an estate agent, there's a real estate photographer.
Oh, cool. That was a tip for you for free.
Quickly write that one down.
That's amazing. Karen, let's go on to the third one here. So we said the first one is just start. The second one is great pictures or professional pictures.
Yes.
I think professional is the underlying word there, but what's the third one?
The third one is really super important as well.
Yeah.
And the third one for me is you need to treat it as a business.
Ooh.
You are doing this to make extra money, aren't you?
Yeah.
So therefore, you need to have your finger on the pulse. You need to make sure that you reduce your expenses, you don't have unnecessary expenses, and you need to optimize your income, because that's the only way that you're going to turn this into really lucrative profits, is if you make as much money as possible on the income side, and if you reduce your expenses so that you don't have unnecessary expenses on that side. And that's your winning recipe for a profitable business. But what I have seen is so often people want to overcapitalize, they want to overspend on specifically furniture when they start out, because they want everything to be really beautiful and that.
Yeah.
But not only that, when they run their business, they don't keep tabs on the expenses.
Right.
You need to keep tabs on your expenses. You need to know, what does it cost you per day to run that business?
Right.
What is your per day electricity cost, your water cost, your toilet paper cost? Because otherwise you can't run a profitable business. So you need to know your numbers and run it like a business.
My friends, I think what we've seen here is that Karen has just given us some other gold that we're not anticipating to get. We thought we were just going to get Airbnb. But she's actually now going in to speak about the thing that I'm always talking about, which is the accounting part of the business.
If you're in property investment, at some point or the other, you have had to evict someone. And I know, my friends, it is a painful exercise. But I'm here to tell you that for the last couple of years, I've been using a company that is called Expello. Expello, basically what they do is that you pay them a monthly fee, and over and above that, whenever you get a delinquent tenant, they will come and evict that individual free of charge, because obviously you've been paying, right? And over and above that, you don't have to do anything. But guess what? I have managed to organize a good price for you. And the link here that you're seeing, which is called expello.link./TJ Tribe, gets you a great discount from Expello. So my friends, don't be caught with your pants down on your tenant. Just Expello them with Expello. It is I, TJ. Let's go back to the video.
Yes, the spreadsheet. A business is only a business if there's income. But there has to be an expense. Then comes thy profit. However, someone might take the same business that you're running and they'll be able to make more money than what you're doing. It is because they are understanding the expenses line by line to see how best they can optimize it. Simple thing could be, you've got lights in your house, so the lights take on electricity, isn't it? And you're going to pay for it. How about you change the lights from a switch? What's that other light? The one that goes on motion?
To a motion sensor.
To a motion sensor, right? And so which basically means if there's no one in that house, there is no bill if somebody forgets to switch the light on. Simple things like that. That's what optimization is all about. But I did say that I'm going to give you around about 10 things. However, I'm going to say to you, if you're really interested in the Airbnb, and that's your thing, and you're wanting to make money out of it, because there's so many people making money out of it, you got to find the right place, or you place the one that you've got. So how best can you do it? In the link, I am going to give you a link where the rest of the 10 things that Karen has given me. Within that, all you need to do is to register, and you'll be able to download, right, the next 7 things. Thereafter, if Airbnb is for you, my friends, welcome to the club of making moolah. Anything else to close off, Karen, on that?
No, it's just been great chatting to you. So and great to have seen your journey in the last few years.
Amazing stuff. Boom, boom. We'll see you on the other thingies to make Airbnb great for you to make your own moolah. It is I, TJ. Boom!